Hello, and welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt, and this is Crypto. Today I'm going to be talking to you once again about KASPA and how many KASPA you might need in the future to become a millionaire. But firstly, a little bit about my channel. Here I give to the point crypto information and education and talk all things crypto. So if that sounds like it could be for you, then smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you. Now let's get into it. So KASPA, absolutely amazing project. I think it's absolutely going to go on a tear this cycle. So where do I see KASPA going? Well, firstly, I'm going to be comparing that to where KASPA is currently. So looking at the chart on where KASPA is, if you're not familiar with my channel, I have been covering KASPA since way back here. Got in quite low, but have been accumulating it all the way up. I've drawn this channel and we've stayed within this channel other than the Binance futures listing when we did pump through it, but we've stayed in this channel 14th of June all the way to recently. Am I concerned because we've broken out of this channel? Well, no, and this is why. So we've been in this channel, we've been going from the bottom up to the top, retracing about 38%. Then we've been chopping around for a little bit before pumping back up. But even though we pumped just above, we still retraced around that 38% mark. We have then pumped back up and had a 38% retracement. So currently Bitcoin is dumping at the moment, and that is the main reason why in itself the market is red. You can look all over the board, except for my GBU bags, they are absolutely tearing, but you can look all over the board and the market, by and large, the market is all taking a pretty big dip. So KASPA's retraced this 38% mark, business as usual. So unless this is broken, unless we go significantly below there, then I'm pretty happy that we can say the trend is that after we have a massive pump, we retrace approximately 38%. So we have a huge amount of support coming up. So I've drawn this support channel. So we have support really from about the 12.9 cent mark all the way down to 11.4 cents. If we were looking at a very bearish scenario and say Bitcoin went down to around that 61K mark or down to about 59K, then worst case scenario, I could kind of see KASPA maybe getting down to around that 10 cent, 9.7 cent mark. But that would only be if Bitcoin took a massive correction. And my bet there would be that KASPA's dip would be less than the overall market. So I think if you've got a massive dip in Bitcoin, I think KASPA is comparatively to the other altcoins, which are obviously going to dip more than Bitcoin, I think KASPA is going to be dipping less than the majority of altcoins. Looking into exactly what KASPA is, if you don't know, have a look at it. Have a look especially into Yonatan Sompolinsky, absolute genius, very well connected in the space, mentioned in Ethereum's white paper in 2013 with his Ghost DAG protocol. Very intelligent man. He's been building for quite some time. He knows exactly what he's doing and he is steering the ship in a great direction. Big things to note about KASPA is it's a fair launch, so you won't have a bunch of VCs dumping their bags on you. Having a look at the distribution of KASPA, if you look at the 24-hour change, we've got more and more people coming into the crab, octopus, fish, dolphin, shark, and even whale range. More people are buying KASPA, more people are accumulating KASPA. Over the last 7 days, even though KASPA has taken a bit of a dip, people are still bullish on KASPA. This is really great to see. So now we've had a little bit of a look at the distribution of KASPA, I want to quickly talk about cold storage. Tangem is my favorite cold storage for KASPA. If you don't have a Tangem wallet, get yourself one. You don't need to use my link, but I will drop one down below if you want to use it. Make sure either way though that you're going onto the official Tangem site. Buying cold storage is super important. KASPA is something that could make you generational wealth in the future. You don't want that to be taken away from you just because you didn't store your money on a cold storage wallet. All right, now into the price prediction section. So I'm using this market cap of site, which I think is super cool, and you can compare what KASPA would be if it had a market cap of a different cryptocurrency. If we go to Dogecoin's all-time highs, that would be a neat 30x on the dot right now, which would take you to $3.83. Litecoin is another one that I think is good to talk about. So Litecoin, if we go into Litecoin's all-time highs, which I think really that's the most bearish case for KASPA, is that we break Litecoin's all-time highs. That's an 8.68x. If you compare KASPA to Litecoin, KASPA has significantly better tech. Litecoin is older tech, more of the Bitcoin era. Bitcoin has the first mover advantage and institutional adoption. People want to have Bitcoin as almost a digital gold, a store of value. Litecoin hasn't really got that, and it doesn't have the quick transaction time that KASPA has, so it's not even that digital silver. Litecoin, I think, not to FUD Litecoin, as I think it'll probably do okay, but yeah, if we're comparing Litecoin to KASPA, we're not even in the same race, in my own opinion. So yeah, a comparison of KASPA to Litecoin will net you an 8.68x, which will give you $1.11 KASPA, and that is a pretty bearish scenario. So more likely, I think that some of the other big winners from last cycle, we've got Cardano. So Cardano would be a 32x from here and a $4.10 price range for KASPA. We've also got Polkadot. Polkadot, not as big as Solana, not as big as Ethereum, but still a pretty big layer one. I think KASPA could get up to around this range. So 19.12x, that's a $2.44 KASPA. So if you compare it to some of the other big winners from last cycle, I think that a price prediction of somewhere between the $1 and $5 range is probably pretty good, with $1 being super conservative. I definitely won't be selling at $1, and $5 being really, really, really bullish. Now, that is this cycle. If we're looking at into future, I think that KASPA will not only run as that digital silver, the peer-to-peer payment, it will also have a narrative of being a layer one, and they're going to have dApps built on top of KAS, and a lot of development I think will likely occur on KASPA. And if that does occur, I think that it could push up to some of the bigger ranges. It's still probably a little bit bullish, but I think that this cycle, $1 to $5, next cycle, anywhere from $5 to $20. Big winners that are consistent and mainstays will keep performing really well. Think Solana last run, think Solana this run. I think that the all-time highs this run will be a lot higher than they were last run. And I think with institutional money in, we do even have the chance of seeing a super cycle occur. So KASPA, $1 to $5, I think that is probably a decent price prediction. Obviously not financial advice, and you should do your own research. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the market and on KASPA. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching, legends. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chuck a comment down below. I love hearing from you, and I'll catch you in the next one.